That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 16 yards.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 12. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Patrick Jones, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Vikings.
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The 20. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Vikings. Johnny Mundt, 45 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th they had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 35 yards. And the Lions add 6 to their lead.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Chandler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe they're third.
And now here is another interception. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Lions are able to cover this one out. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing now, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions.